A bird that cannot fly once decided it would rather die chasing the impossible than survive one more day pretending. Think about that for a moment. Nearly 15 years ago, a small creature with no wings to speak of turned its back on everything safe. In Werner Herzog's documentary, there is a moment most viewers blink through. A penguin marching with its group toward the sea suddenly halts. It swivels and walks directly toward a mountain range. 70 kilometers of no food, no shelter, certain death. Why would any living thing do that? You've seen the clip, maybe scrolled past it 100 times. But hidden inside those 2 minutes are 4 principles that samurai clans guarded for centuries. 4 truths so sharp, they cut through modern comfort. I don't know if you've watched closely, but I promise you missed all 4. Let me walk you into them now, because this kind of clarity almost never finds us by accident. First lesson, the crack of waking up. When that penguin stopped and turned, I stopped seeing a bird and saw a person. Someone who did everything right, married, worked, raised others, yet woke up hollow. The samurai called this Munashi-sa, the ache of a life built on someone else's blueprint. That penguin hit what the old masters named satori, a sudden break in the trance. One moment you are surviving, the next you refuse to. The crowd survives. The lonely walker lives. Second lesson, the immovable mind. In the footage, a human steps directly into the penguin's path. The bird does not stop, does not argue, does not even look up. He simply detours one step and keeps going, never glancing back. The Japanese called this Fudoshin, a decision so absolute that no obstacle shakes it. The narrator says, even if you drag that penguin back to his group, he'll turn around and head for the mountain again. How many of us can say the same about our own choices? Third lesson, the kill of silence. Notice what the penguin never does. He never explains himself, never tries to convince the humans watching or convert his flock. He just walks. The samurai had a phrase for this, Mokatsu, to slay with silence. Here is the hard truth most avoid. If you are still explaining, you are still asking permission, and that means the decision is not fully yours yet. That penguin gives no one a chance to talk him out of it. His silence is louder than any justification you have ever made. Fourth lesson, daily readiness for the end. Every morning, samurai practiced Shinobi Kakugo, preparing to die. Not because they love death, but because death is the only fact that cannot be faked. Society shows you the middle, marriage, mortgage, milestones, but it hides the edge. Because if you stare at the edge clearly, the middle starts to crack. You will die either way. Choose your mountain. That penguin never reached the summit. But 15 years later, millions still talk about a flightless bird that became a teacher to the most arrogant species on Earth. The question is not whether your heart will stop. It will. The question is, will you stop first, or will you keep walking toward a mountain that only you can see? If this hit something real, hit like and subscribe to the Ronin Protocol. We walk the path that has no crowd. Thank you for watching.